Hi, I'm Mitchell with Page Medical Legal Consulting, and I'm pleased to introduce you to my channel. Now, for those of you who don't already know me, I've been a registered nurse since 1996, so over 25 years now. I've also been a licensed attorney in Kentucky since 2002, or more than 2 decades. In addition to time spent as a med-mal defense attorney, I spent 6.5 years as a senior claims specialist for one of the nation's largest med-mal insurance carriers. I spent another 6.5 years as director of risk management for a large healthcare organization. So suffice it to say that I've seen hundreds of medical malpractice cases, mostly on the defense side. I now offer my services to help attorneys, both plaintiff and defense, decipher some of the medical issues that arise in their cases, whether they're med-mal, traditional personal injury, workers' comp, or otherwise. But along the way, I'd like to offer some tips and tricks to others in the business, including other legal nurse consultants. Now, why would I share? Well, because after working on the inside for the better part of 2 decades, I've come to the unfortunate conclusion that the healthcare industry is deeply flawed, and it's not likely to get any better because the industry cares more about making money than it does about providing quality care. Why do I say that? I started to become disillusioned after a patient alleged that he'd been sexually assaulted by a staff member. I'll have more to say about that later, but when I expressed my concern about the investigation to a senior leader, this is what she said.
But I just hesitate to go forward and say, heck, because I'm afraid it's like I'm just backing away. Right?
She's afraid she's just backing away. Why was she afraid? Because she knew that if she pushed the issue, her job was on the line. So I learned that while we place our trust in doctors and hospitals to do the right thing for us and our families, that trust is just often misplaced. I have many other examples of how the healthcare industry works to keep these things from the general public. While I may not be able to get into specifics about any particular investigation, I hope to provide insight so that plaintiffs' attorneys can uncover what they need to support their claims. After all, their clients deserve justice as well. Now, you may be asking yourself, why now? Why today? I just got back from New Orleans, my hometown. I went because my father was sent home after he presented to the emergency department with classic stroke symptoms. When his condition worsened, I told my brother he should take him to another ED because in my experience, radiologists miss strokes with alarming regularity. I understand mistakes happen, but those mistakes could often be avoided by making simple changes, like ensuring that rule-out stroke films are read by neuroradiologists when they're available. Now, in the case of my father, I have to give credit where credit's due because the treating neurologist admitted that his stroke was present and detectable on the original films. But many physicians are too arrogant to ever admit that they made a mistake, and others are too cowardly. Meanwhile, they work for healthcare organizations that prioritize profits over patient safety. So they refuse to implement those simple changes that could improve the quality of patient care. Now, I noted that I want this channel to be a resource for everyone, not just med-mal attorneys. So stay tuned. I'll do my best to give you the information that I've learned over the last 2 decades, and hopefully we can learn something together. Thanks again.